a vision of evil lurking to the south. Nonetheless, Elrond resolves to travel south, despite Galadriel's protests. The stranger is still searching for Nori and Poppy in Rhûn, following the sandstorm that separated the trio. Instead, he meets Tom Bombadil, a quaint hermit who communicates in riddles and enigmatic facts. "There's what you're searching for, and there's what you find, ain't there?" Bombadil explains. The stranger's brief talk with Tom Bombadil is cut short as his map is blown away and into a live tree, dubbed Old Man Ironwood, but resembling Old Man Willow, which swallows the stranger after his map becomes entangled in one of its branches. Tom later rescues the stranger, introduces himself, and prepares a bath. The stranger hears old Tom singing with a woman, but he claims there is no one else in his home. Curious, Tom Bombadil claims to be the eldest and was in Middle-earth before stars, rivers, and trees had appeared. The stranger requests assistance with swinging a staff. Tom responds that a staff, like a name, is yours to wield already if you prove yourself worthy of it. The stranger suddenly realizes that he was not meant to discover the stars on his map, but rather Tom Bombadil. Tom also recalls that the Dark Wizard once visited his hut, attempting to control magic. Elsewhere in Rhûn's desert region, Nori and Poppy, who are stranded and alone, encounter a Harfoot-like individual known as Nobody, or Merrimack, as we later discover. After mistakenly disclosing that he's returning to his town with stolen water, the trio band together and travel to the store's home. They meet Gundabel, the leader of the stores. Nori informs him about the stranger, but Gundabel thinks he's a companion to the enigmatic Dark Wizard. The Dark Wizard says he will see to the stranger himself, and the person tracking the Harfoots should continue to do so. In the south, Galadriel, Elrond, and their squad face Wights in the Barrow Downs, where lords and kings were buried. They find Gil-galad's dispatch to Eregion has been killed, and they are attacked by Wights. The search for Theo continues, and Estrid's knowledge of the terrain leads the party north. After being approached by Arondir, Estrid strikes the elf and flees. She is immediately apprehended, and Arondir displays a burn, a self-inflicted lesion that conceals the mark of Adar. They later search the region where Theo may be confined, but Arondir and Isildur are assaulted by a beast and submerged in muck until they are rescued by Estrid. Arondir then eradicates the nameless thing. Back in Rhûn, Gundabel tells the story of a Burrows Harfoot who will guide the stores to a new and rich land. Nori informs the store leader that the narrative is not real and that the Harfoots continued to travel. They are shortly intercepted by the Dark Wizard's trackers, but Gundabel holds firm and, without exposing Poppy and Nori's whereabouts, sees them on their way. While debating the Rings of Power, Galadriel implores Elrond to prioritize opposing Sauron over all else, including Galadriel's own life. Elrond agrees. Estrid seeks to deceive Isildur, who promises to defend her from those who want to send her out. During the turmoil, they are confronted by Ents and Entwivs. Arondir eventually appeases them by pleading for pardon for the way Middle-earth's inhabitants have treated the land. The Ents have also been holding Theo. The episode concludes with the elves discussing Adar and the orcs moving towards Eregion. Galadriel cures the wound caused by an arrow to one of the elven troops. She offers Elrond the ring and instructs him to go to Lindon while she deals with the orcs. Galadriel fights the orcs to free the surviving elves, but is caught off guard by Adar. Ents and Entwives, the tree-like creatures that play such an important role in the Two Towers, are depicted here in the Second Age. It's important noting that the Entwives are still on the Ents side here. In this episode, Jim Broadbent and Olivia Williams portray Snagleroot and Winterbloom, the two Ents. Old Man Willow. Speaking of trees, the one that swallows the stranger whole is called Old Man Ironwood, and he appears to be a variation on Old Man Willow. In Tolkien's books, Old Man Willow is a tree ghost who is discovered in Tom Bombadil's old forest. Just a suggestion, but it appears that the entire region of Rhûn used to be a lush green landscape, which could explain why old Tom prefers to stay there to get to the bottom of the issue. While bathing at Tom Bombadil's, the stranger overhears a woman singing. While Tom is confident that no one else is in his home, this is most likely a reference to Goldberry, Tom Bombadil's future bride. Wights and the Barrowlands. The Barrow Wights make their live-action debut after being left out of Peter Jackson's film trilogy. The undead, who play an important role in Frodo's early travels, are notable men who have been raised from their tombs. This episode introduces Stors and Smeagol, Rune's answer to Harfoots. Stors, as they are popularly referred to, can eventually include Smeagol among their number. How's that for valuable trivia?